red hoodie.
Dude, imagine if Beardson went on Lily Phillips's show.
Is he asking you out?
I don't know, probably.
Could you imagine?
What does it say?
For just a second, imagine if Beardson went on Lily Phillips show and had sex with her and 1,000 guys.
Yeah. What do you think that means?
It means
Philip DeFranco is considered decent looking in 2008. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It says she's been typing for like 4 minutes. Dude.
Think about that. Holy shit.
How about, hey, what's up?
This is Lily
I
Gaddis.
think it's a reading or something.
Okay, yeah.
Reading or something. That describes nothing.
Dude, I don't want to be the screw up in class tomorrow. She knows it's reading. Have her tell you what it is.
Good call, okay.
And Lily
what's
Phillips is the one who had sex
exactly?
with 1,000 guys.
Damn it, I just wrote next to the...
What's the reading exactly? He replied.
Seriously, could he be any more obvious? You totally knew it was a reading. Look, he typed an extra the. He's so nervous right now. You're totally intimidating him.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. What do we say?
How long is this video? Oh, it's almost over. Okay.
How is my day? What the hell is going on with this girl?
Thank you, Traxy.
Fine, I guess. How is yours?
Okay, so
Focus. I wanna watch the game.
pre-workout log. My head hurts.
So cute. So
Pre.
waiting all semester for
Having
him.
taken that pre-workout,
He is
10 minutes in, my head hurts.
What's the freaking reading?
And I feel like I want to go run around. I feel like I want to go
Wait, what is the reading?
for a fucking run around the block.
Right, right. Well, and I've noticed too, because I feel like people get a little biased with blacks.
Drink
They're used
water.
to-
You're right.
There's city blacks and there's country blacks, especially like southern country blacks. I feel like our southern country blacks are way more
Do
like,
some push-ups on
well-behaved
stream, my butt
than,
poking
like,
out.
The city
What?
ones, you know, like New York City
What?
and I don't know, DC. You go there and they really hate your guts.
Yeah.
But then you come out to like the South, they're a little bit more respect. Like they keep to their own.
Yeah.
Have you
Why
noticed?
is the
that's pretty
audio
chill,
so
you know
off?
what I mean? Like, there's definitely some ghetto
Yeah.
blacks around here for sure, you know. But even then, it's like, I mean, they're really not bothering anybody. I mean, their music may be a little too loud.
Beardson's is on.
Cocoa butter, but other than that, like,
Right.
you hear it, you know.
Right. Yeah, I know. I don't have that big of a gripe. I
Racist
think it's
fucking
because I don't live in
asshole.
the city, but I don't have that big of a beef with
Beardson
blacks.
could death
biggest
fuck her,
issue is with Mexicans.
fuck
'cause
here.
They're everywhere.
She's giving
And
signals.
it's like
Yeah, I see
Spanish,
it.
Spanish everywhere I go.
Yeah.
That
When you have that many
Yeah,
followers, they
don't
just
have to
let
really
you.
deal with that either. The only time I go, you know, I'm Catholic, so I do run into them occasionally, but they're all pretty chill, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. They are predominantly.
Yeah, it
Catholic.
is
Yeah.
just her audio that's
I
fucked
guess
up.
they are.
Which is
The
weird.
cartels, they're like satanic, though. I think.
Yeah, well, they cut people's heads off.
Aren't they
What
satanic?
happened to her
Yeah.
face? She didn't used to look this
Yeah.
ugly. Yeah, she did.
Okay. How did you become a?
It's called a
Christian
picture
nationalist?
versus a
'cause
video.
Usually, I feel like it starts off you're a Christian, and then there's this like pipeline. How did that
It
happen?
was like backwards for me. I was just like,
Veda says, dudes hit 100K, then pop out with anime.
and I don't know. I just found God.
That's
randomly.
real,
I mean,
though.
It's a long story. I won't bore you. with
Beardson's
all the
hair is
details,
looking
but
sort of
it was just, like,
dramatic.
lowest point in my life. Became a Christian. Turned out to be true, and then found my way into Catholicism, and it's like pretty base. So it's like it was just one of those things. Where,
It's
like,
like-
my politics was obviously like I was very like anti-gay, anti-trans.
I was just
all that sort
growing
of
it out.
stuff.
All right. Okay.
And I always had this idea, like, well, you know, Christianity is cool, and I'd like to live in a Christian country because I like the morals and I like the values, but I don't know if I believe in this whole like old man in the sky.
My
that sort of
hands
stuff,
are
but
so itchy right now.
the more
My
you look into it,
palms.
you know, it makes total sense. So I kind of
My
Right. Well,
palms
and
are
everything
fucking
kind of like points to
so
that, you know,
itchy.
you're kind of stupid actually if you don't eventually wind up there. Like you're low IQ if you don't eventually wind up to okay, there is a
Yeah.
God.
it's
I wanna go run around my block,
it's crazy to me that
dude.
there's still a lot of people like within these circles or spheres that like are like atheists or like pagans or like what are you pagan? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
What are you doing here?
I know.
But-
That's kind of what I've noticed. There's like, I guess right now the right is really splitting off into its own little factions. Like there's, you know, the MAGA crowd, obviously. Then there's the conservatives, the RNC kind of Republicans. and then,
Quickly,
like,
Jimbo,
within the
emergency
alt-right, you've
workout.
got,
I feel like it.
the pagan, anti-Christian nationalists, and then you got the, you know, which I don't understand that.
You need to
Like,
hit
a
some
lot of-
headshots.
You can't have a good, you know, moral society if you don't have that Christian base as its foundation, because that's
So
where
true,
moral
Lily.
codes come from. That's I mean, you have to do that. Even
So
Hitler was like,
true.
I think
Even
he was a
Hitler.
Christian too. He was raised Catholic.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so.
Because he also had that, like, what was it, like positive Christianity. So I'm not really sure he was like a full Christian. I think he had his piece with it, but
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't really know too
Cock!
much about Hitler. I just know he looked awesome and he had aura. That's really
Okay,
about
true.
my extensive knowledge about that guy.
True.
Yeah.
Apparently he killed a lot of people. I don't know. It's debatable, but yeah, I don't really get the paganism or the atheism, and it's like because to me,
Hold on, I'm opening up
especially, like,
Counter-Strike so I can hit some
pro-life,
headshots.
Not be Christian.
The
because
pre-workouts
to
make me want to shoot.
All of the great parts of whiteness and white identity and our culture are shaped by Christianity. It's not really the other way around.
Right.
You can look at Europe. You can look at America. You can look at any great like white country, and its foundation is Christianity. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess a lot of the arguments I'm hearing is that they're mad because they're like, well, evangelical Christians, most mainstream Christians, they like love Israel and stuff, and I get it, but it's at the same time, it's like, well, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. They've just been like brainwashed and fooled like the rest of us, and they're honestly just trying to do the right thing. And when you're being told your whole life, like support Israel,
50
blah,
gigabytes.
blah, blah,
Holy
like
shit.
what else are you gonna do, until you start kind of thinking for yourself. So I think instead of like throwing out the Christians,
let me
they should probably
play.
start just educating them, you know?
I mean, it's just Protestants
Educate
too. I mean, Catholics are based.
Christians.
Like, I'm obviously biased, but it's like we're awesome. Like we don't do this whole.
Yeah, they're
like,
so red pilled,
we love
dude.
Israel. Oh, a Jew stubbed his toe in Israel. The world's gonna end. It's sort of like.
Yeah.
Is Beardson hitting that? Yeah, this is.
Well, I'm a
this
Protestant,
is his.
so I'm gonna have to start working on my people because we are falling short. That's for sure. Yeah. It's embarrassing. It's hurting.
Yeah, it is the beta alanine.
Oh, we're better than Catholics, but now I'm like, it's not looking great for us, guys. We gotta step up our game, boys.
Or just convert. It's not too late. You know what I mean? Just take a trip to a mass. It's awesome. We don't. I
don't really see the point, though, isn't it? Aren't we all like just like Christians and Protestants and Catholics? Aren't we just worshiping Christ at the end of the day? He's the Savior, came down and died on the cross. Saved us for our sins.
My
gosh. We try to live the best lives possible.
Dude, can this be like, can they fight?
Like, Christ wasn't like, hey, you need to have a laser light show and a rock concert at your church. You know what I mean?
Ruh-roh.
Okay, that is annoying. That is annoying.
we don't do all that. It's gospel, Eucharist, go home. Like
Here's on his Destiny harem arc right now.
Do you guys in like Catholic sermons? I've never been to one. Do they just read the Bible or do they have like commentary?
There's a homily. Yeah, there's a homily after the gospel.
Okay.
So, but it's usually pretty brief, like 5-10 minutes. I remember my mom, because my mom's Protestant, and she came to my confirmation last year.
Single moms are the 2025 meta.
There's a whole lot of preaching going on. It's like, we let God speak for Himself. Actually, like we don't need we don't need the whole 15-minute long verse about how gay people are awesome or whatever.
Right. No, okay, I will. You are bringing up.
Dude, this is so cool.
The other day I went to one of those.
This is going to turn into a trying to convert a Catholicism stream.
Like Morgan Wallen.
Can they fight or something? Oh my gosh.
And I felt like I was going to go to hell.
Yes, Catholicism so red pilled. Okay.
Cringed out by all this. This is wrong. I'm sorry, Jesus. This isn't towards you. This is towards
fight.
It is so weird. I mean, because I grew up Protestant too. Like it wasn't like Catholicism wasn't my natural thing. Like I grew up in a Pentecostal. So you're talking, you're talking like speaking in tongues, like that shit, like all the time, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are these people saying? I have no idea.
Bobcat. Hold on. Here's her chat. Here's her chat.
Dude, I went to a Pentecostal church.
Lily, why don't you do OnlyFans?
Started, like rolling down the hallways. And we'd never seen anything like this before, and I was like,
Lily, when are you gonna show your pussy?
Service because it was just freaking us out.
I mean, it's great if you need cardio. If you want to do some fucking laps around the church or whatever, it's great for that. But I wouldn't necessarily call it worship.
Right. I think it's they almost start trying to outperform each other.
Is Lily going to show Beardson her pussy?
Who can be the most acrobatic?
Yeah, they just started doing like push-up contests.
Are they going to have acrobatic sex?
That's crazy.
Were you raised in Kentucky? Sorry, I've got a cold, so if I cough, that's why.
Yeah.
Were you raised?
This is build up for their sex tape.
I live like 15 minutes away from my home, so.
Oh, nice. There you go. Hey, a Southern boy.
Yeah.
We love it. Yeehaw! Dixie will rise again.
Yeah. Although people say that we're not the South
always-
for some reason. People
This is a
always
good
go, "You're
date,
not- you're
flowing
not a real
nicely.
part
Yeah,
of the
this
South.
is.
You're Kentucky." It's like,
yeah.
Are they
fuck
gonna
you,
get
shut
together?
up.
I wouldn't consider that. I know it's close. What does it border? Ohio?
Yeah.
I think it does on one side and then Tennessee on the other side. But I've always considered Kentucky very southern. In fact, especially now with all the
Dude,
like,
now she's
immigrants
rizzing
moving
him
into,
up.
like Georgia and stuff.
Now
it
she's
feels
trying to win
more
him
southern
over.
than the other states that would be typically more deep south, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's really weird. I don't know. People are really territorial about it. They're like, well, because technically in the Civil War, y'all were neutral. It's like, shut up.
Bro saying y'all.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
really count. As far as that, I guess South Carolina is probably the most south because
Is she going to do
we fired
splits
the
on
first
it?
shot in the Civil War at Fort Sumter, right? South
I think so,
Carolina.
yeah, that sounds about right.
The
think it was.
splits
Yeah.
on Beardson?
No, I love my southern people. I feel
On
like
the
we
beard?
are somewhat of the last resistance. Like we're basically the only.
Now's the
people
time
that
he needs to take
still
the
have a
shot.
gun
True.
culture.
True.
I don't really know much about how it is up north, but I assume they don't really have.
You can
guns
tell
the
he was
same way we
practicing his
do.
hot and cold date
we
IQ
do-
method.
Here's the thing. It's like we're based in some ways. I think Southern people are the last states that sort of have any sort of like hospitality. But at the same time, it's like we're also very cucked in the regard of like, I don't know what's happened or what's going on. It's like they're doing gay pride parades in my town now.
My
and,
head
it's like,
hurts.
now it's
Ew.
like, you see like Billy Bob with his overalls and no shirt on underneath and his like titty meat hanging out. And he's just like, listen,
Yeah.
I may not like blacks, I may not like Mexicans, but if they want to fuck each other in the privacy of their bedroom, I don't care. And I'm like, what happened? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't know.
I think
He's
we've
gonna
been
end by
pretty
showing
attacked,
Plonker
like,
on
'cause they
stream,
want-
I
they want
hope.
us to think like that, So I feel like maybe it's like
Yeah, I had
in
Sonic
Germany, the
Simulator
people there, they've been
on
so
all night
propagandized
with an
and
auto clicker.
brainwashed, like hate yourself,
Auto running.
because you're white and you're German and remember the Holocaust and all those people who totally died. And I feel like it's the same with the South. Slavery, you racist and whatever. So now we like fall over ourselves. Oh, I have a black friend, stuff like that kind of bullshit. Maybe I feel like that's the
Yeah,
problem.
I do too. I think we've been beaten down so much because of slavery and racism, and it's just the constant
Yeah.
stereotypes all the time. I mean, like I can do it. It's like the N word. Like I'm allowed to make fun of Southern people because I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I live around them.
Right.
But like I see some like city slicker from New York doing a Southern accent. I'm like, fuck you.
Hey!
Shut the fuck up, you
What
know?
does that
Alright.
mean?
That's my
Doesn't
people.
that burn you up? It makes me so
Yeah,
mad.
it's like you haven't earned this like I have. It's
Fuck
like,
you.
okay, you don't get
Right.
this. It's my people. All right.
The South will rise
I
again.
guess
Watch
I
out.
understand the offensiveness
Hell
of the
yeah,
N-word
brother.
Now. That was a good way of tying that together.
Dude, are they
Before, I was
just
like,
gonna
"You
date?"
pussies." I'm actually being offended by a word, nigger. It's not even that big of a deal.
Whoa, 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 Lily, what the fuck?
Blacks are, but believe it or not, it was almost more whites that were
Ick.
offended than blacks. Like it was Black Twitter at first, but what was funny at my old job, I was running all the socials and the emails, so I'm seeing these emails come in, and it was a ton of white people. Now looking back, now that I've been kind of JQ'd, I'm
She
like,
said
I bet
the
a bunch
thing.
of those were Jays, but
Yeah.
they had to have been.
Dude, it's
They were
always
probably
white people for some reason. I
Jays.
remember one time I
Isn't
was
she
outside of this
Jewish?
bar,
I
and there was
know.
like these two African guys and this like white guy, and we were outside smoking or whatever. And I was pretty drunk at this point, so like I didn't have my like I wasn't able to hide my power.
Yeah, Kick, she has sex with black guys. She's allowed to say it, okay?
What the fuck? You
Please
can't
don't ban
fucking
us.
say that. No, Africans are just like
Right?
laughing their ass off, like they don't give a shit at all. So,
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad when the blacks have become more based. Than
She's a
white people.
black
I saw
child,
this video. I think
okay?
it was Elijah Schaefer that shared it. It was like
She's
some
got the
black
pass.
African in the UK or whatever, and he was talking about we've had enough immigrants. We got to get them out of here. Don't be shipping them, letting them have their boats land or whatever. And I was like, wow, a white person would never say that. Like they would never say that, especially on
Yeah.
camera.
they're just total pussies, man. I don't know what happened to us. We've just been
Yeah,
broken. It sucks.
I know. I think it's over though. I do kind of get the vibe.
Can they
that they're
talk about
over-
wokeism?
Like they're a little bit over even the labels. I just don't see. Maybe
Are
it's
they
'cause I'm
going
in
to
an echo
address
chamber now, but I
wokeism?
feel like people don't really care if they're called racist anymore. Are you seeing that
That's
too, or
so
is it just
true.
Twitter?
Kind of. I mean, I feel like the cancel culture thing's dying down a little bit. I feel like with Trump
Can they
winning,
address
this
Yeah.
sort of woke
how
culture is sort of
wokeism
collapsing,
has
itself a
taken
little bit.
over?
But to say, I wouldn't say that it's gone away. I feel like it's more being just buried and hidden underneath. People are a little more
This is
emboldened,
getting
which is nice.
this is getting crazy. They're starting to talk about
like when it
wokeism.
comes down to brass tacks, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, people are still pussies. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about Trump? It's just, I swear, it's going from bad to worse. Like, I hung on to the Trump train as long as I could. I like knew he was probably full of shit, but I was like, well, maybe, you know, maybe not. But I mean, even the people who cope the most, even they can't deny he is totally fucking us over. Like, pushing Netanyahu's chair in,
Jacob Young
doing whatever he says. It's
Jacob Young from Ohio in her chat says, wokeism died this last 6 months where I'm from in Ohio. Oh yeah. We're winning. Wokeness is just being reimagined. Trump is bought. There's a shift.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so tough because I do love Trump. Like, I always will love Trump.
Jimbo, send me money. For what?
An icon. He is a historical figure, and like I'll always love him. He's the reason why I'm here. Right
Hold on, while we listen to this,
it was 2016. Let
me play some Counter-Strike.
But
my stomach hurts, bro. My stomach hurts bad.
This is not the same Trump from 2016 or even 2020.
I might throw up. I'm not gonna lie. I might throw up.
It's going to be getting
that pre-workout.
Like, we're gonna
be like taking way too much
at the table, like looking up and maybe getting fed a few fries every now and again, and people are gonna clap like, "Oh, he deported 500 Mexicans today." It's like, cool.
Eat something.
To go, dude. Like,
hold on, I'll be right back.
We need to pump these numbers up, you know. He's totally going to end wokeness. It's like, yeah, now we're in a war, in the Middle East and kicking out all the Palestinians out of the Gaza Strip. So, it's like.
So I guess it's going to be on our dime to build up the resorts in Gaza now.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're fucked, and everything's cooked. And in a way, I think it would have been better if Kamala would have won, to be honest with you, because at least then we would have had some sort of, I don't know, more extreme right response in 2028. But now it's Trump's going to win. They're going to prop up JD Vance to be the next torchbearer for the Conservative Party. He fucking sucks, and he's going to get his ass kicked by Gavin Newsom. So there's your politics in a nutshell.
Well, and Trump, I mean, somebody did like a poll, like, who do you think is the most dangerous person for America? And I hate to say it, but I do think it's Trump, because the MAGA crowd will do whatever he says. Just if it's coming from him, they'll be fine with, arresting anti-Semites, which they're technically already doing now. They'll be fine with, giving away their guns, giving up their free speech and stuff, because it's coming from Trump. So whereas, at least like you were saying, if it was Kamala, people wouldn't have listened, and there would have been more scrutiny on the campaign and what they were actually getting done. Now,
I got a stuffed croissant.
Well, yeah, I think too. I mean, Trump was basically birthed by Obama's presidency. That sort of extreme left president that we had under Obama is what sort of paved the way really for Trump, and this more, hardcore extreme right figure that comes out and says, we need to deport all the Mexicans and we need to ban Muslim immigration. That wouldn't have been possible if we would have had some sort of like moderate left candidate, but we had Obama beforehand. So I think if we were to have like a Kamala figure that's a total incompetent retard, we could have
you double scoop the pre-workout.
Showing up like a real, actual right-wing candidate that isn't.
I double scooped pre-workout, and then I dumped some creatine in it.
The MAGA crowd's gonna be complacent for the next 4 years, and we're gonna lose everything. That's just the cycle of how it is.
Right. I mean, pretty much I'm over it all. I'm black-pilled on everything. Is it even possible to get let's say one of your guys in? Is that even possible, or do you have to, or is there a selling out point along the way? That unless you pass that and you sell out, or they get blackmail on you or whatever, will they not even let you get to that top echelon? Do you still believe in voting?
I mean, there's no other choice, at the end of the day. Like, there, because I think, obviously I'm a big fan of Nick Fuentes, right? I think he is the best shot that we have to any sort of real political solution. I think that infiltration is the only way, because, like, you see, listen to these fucking, I'm not trying to be too mean here, but these retards on the internet, and they talk about, like, we just need hard power. You see these groups like Patriot Front and all these other, these groups. And I'm not trying to talk shit or be mean, but it's like, you're not going to accomplish anything. This isn't politics. This is, you're a teenager and you want to lash out, which, like, it's fine.
I feel sick.
I get it. form your little IRL groups, but this idea that you're gonna like, I don't know, create some militia and stand up against the government. It's like, dude, you're gonna have a fucking 18-year-old with an Xbox 360 controller controlling a drone and like wipe your asses out in 5 seconds if you ever try to, form any sort of like real resistance against the US government. Like, you're not gonna be able to like do that. It's just not possible. So infiltration is the only way. And yeah, people are going to try and they're going to fail. People are going to get sussed out. People are going to get revealed and doxxed, and it's going to suck. But if we have
that's so true, Beardson.
People doing
that's true.
That, I do think that's possible. I mean, look what happened in
Bobcat says
Trump literally.
Hold on, let's read some stuff from Lily's chat. Lily, why not try OnlyFans? It pays more than being a bargain bin Jewish spy selling hate for scraps. Lily Gaddis versus Lily Phillips. 2 clowns, 1 circus. Who wins? Not their self-respect.
If they were in the positions and they networked and they got involved in their local politics, if they got involved and they were able to step into those positions, I think we'd be a lot better off. But nobody wants to do that because it's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach
No, that's true. I mean, arguably it is getting harder. I feel like
chat, what if I die right now?
Because the way everything is, but there's people that know how to, people get wealthy in like crypto and stuff like that in alternative ways. I know they're cracking down on typical ways of growing wealthy, and I don't really understand how the average college student's supposed to make it, especially now that we're competing with Vivek's H-1B visa Indians that are going to like basically make us all have to compete at third world levels of working in order to even get a job.
Yep.
I
Drink
saw this
water.
video with Vivek, and he was basically like echoing the same sentiment that Ben Shapiro had, where, oh no, other countries, they're a country because they're all Italians, but in America, we're just a country of like ideas and ideals and that sort of thing. He was on the Flagrant podcast, I think. And that seems to be like the typical goat. That's like how these people are getting us used to. No, we don't have there's no racial identity here. It's just anybody can come on. So what are your thoughts of Vivek? I've never liked Vivek. Almost worse than Elon. He seems like such a phony to me.
Yeah, I've never really been a big fan. I remember I heard this interview with him when he was running for presidency with Glenn Beck, and it was right after his speech, and he had said something that really just like grinded my gears, where he said that he holds Christian values better than most Christians do. And I'm like, fuck you. You don't even believe in God. You believe in Vishnu with her fucking 10 arms or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
the most retarded religion on the planet, probably.
Yeah, it was like 10,000 gods.
Next to like the cargo cult.
I mean, they're not even like a monotheistic religion. It's like, at least with Islam or even Judaism, for that record, I can at least say, well, there is some commonality.
Now we're cucking the Jew. Now he's saying Jews are at least cool.
Gods. It is a complete farce of a religion.
Oh my, she has the ick. He fumbled.
The wrong way. And of course, I mean, at the end
he
of the
day, capitalize.
All of these special interest groups, whether it be Indians, whether it be Black people, whether it be women, no offense, they are always going to have some sort of loyalty or deference to their own specific.
Is this Beardson's girlfriend? Yeah, they're making content. They're gonna make some OnlyFans after this.
Right. Oh, 100%. I mean, if I was president, I would ban anybody who's brown or has an accent or is not several generations deep in the country from being in politics. I don't understand, because I mean, what's that Indian guy?
Vice president, I'd ban everyone who's brown.
And he like passed some laws or was talking about Hinduism phobia or some shit. And it's like, that's all they do. They get in there and then they just fight their own little battles instead of thinking about the country. I mean, even with what's his face, the guy that was appointed for the FBI director, Kash Patel. Yeah. I don't like him being in there. Even he said in that speech in the inauguration, he was basically like, this is the world's American dream. So it's not just for us. It's about everybody else except for us. Even like Trump is talking about, oh, thank you, Blacks.
Is this Lily Phillips? Yeah.
And I guess white people.
This is the girl that had sex with 1,000 guys in one day.
That's the thing. At the end of the day, I get called an anti-Semite a lot.
Oh, my stomach,
like
dude.
The idea of a bunch of Jewish people controlling my country. It's like, I don't hate Jewish people. I don't hate anybody. I'm actually, again, pretty nice guy. But the problem is, I want people that reflect my values and my morals to be in office, and they just don't. I want white Christian straight men in charge of everything, because this country was at its absolute peak when guys like me were in charge. Maybe not guys like me because I'm retarded, but you know what I mean. White Christian straight dudes, they need to be in charge, because that's the formula. That's the magic sauce right there. And
right.
So
let's say if we got one of our guys in, if you got a Christian nationalist in to be the president, what would he do? What would America look like?
I mean, I don't know. I think decency laws need to come back for one. I mean, you know,
if you were president, what would you do? Good question. Good question.
Prime directive number one. I think that we need to
yes,
do
Tony.
a lot to boost our demographics, right? So I'd like to get back to like an 90% like white demographic. So a total immigration moratorium across the board. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to run to the bathroom soon. I think. Oh my.
You know, boost the white birth rate. Creating a more stable environment, economic environment.
Oh
I
my.
think would be good.
I just almost gagged.
You know, I mean, there's a lot. I'm kind of retarded. I'll never be in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just tired of seeing gay shit. I just want to have white people in charge. You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to.
Right. I know it's for as much as the Trump campaign wants to say this is the common sense, you know, era or whatever. It's not. You know, the fact that even in the RNC was a perfect representation of what these 4 years are going to look like. It was like what, a Hindu woman up there, you know, in her little garb. We had porn stars. We had all numbers of races represented. So that's just, I feel like that's what's going to be the next 4 years. That and kissing Israel's ass and basically doing exactly what they want. And probably arresting anti-Semites as well.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, more and more like what anti-BDS laws are coming out, more anti-Semitic language or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, and again, to go back with like the Elon stuff, it's like people are getting banned left and right. Like the Project Groyper accounts got banned simply for disagreeing with Elon on the H-1B visa issue. So, and that's just, we can't even talk about these issues.
Yeah. What do you think about the Elon salute?
Oh, what do you mean? The totally not Nazi salute?
This Elon
My heart goes out to you. What's wrong with that? Okay, I don't see the problem. No, it's totally Nazi salute. Like the first, I didn't even see the reaction to it. I was watching it and I was like, I've thrown a Roman or two in my time. That's a fucking Roman salute.
A good one,
it was
too.
On point. I mean, you know, because here's the thing. There's a danger angle. So, like right here, if you're right here, you're good. You know, this is just like you're stretching your arm out. If you're up here, you're fine. You're just waving. But there's this like 30-degree area where that's a total Nazi salute, and that's exactly what he threw. I think it's just
man, you fucking trolls! Stop it!
I see something cool. I just be like, man, that's
awesome.
You know
yeah, I just threw up all over
brother, you know, how's it going?
my toilet.
It's not even like a Nazi thing. It's just
I got it in the toilet though.
So.
Right.
It was just all the pre-workout. It just literally tasted like the pre-workout. It didn't even taste like stomach bile. It was just straight up.
I kind of think it's a pretty good
It just tasted
theory.
like orange.
So Nick Fuentes, he's been like kind of the tip of the sphere as far as the J talk for a while. At least somebody with a fairly decent platform.
My stomach kind of feels better.
Talking about it. The first one I remember ever talking about it. So this guy's theory was Elon is trying to normalize this. He's gonna.
My body denied it. Yeah, literally.
Like Tucker was talking about, Miriam Adelson. People's gonna start shitting on Ben Shapiro to try to normalize these opinions and take away his kind of like, I guess, corner on the market, because they want to get rid of voices like his in particular that are uncontrolled. And so if you just make it, you know, if you kind of pervert the message and turn it into your own thing, kind of.
What's the brand of pre-workout? It was lit.
Funny and yay, we're all Zeke Heiling out here. You know? Then you can kind of kill his reach while you are subverting this kind of movement. What do you think about that theory? I thought it was pretty good. I didn't explain it well, but it clicked in my head.
No, he's totally right. I mean, anytime Nick says anything, it's 100% correct, and he's totally vindicated. So it's never a bad idea to just listen to Nick Fuentes. That's typically what I do. So no, he's totally right, though. If you look at Peter Thiel, you look at this whole like Palantir network, for instance, they have spent the past 4 to 8 years infiltrating all of these like dissident right-wing groups and essentially watering them down. And that's why you see more like anti-black, like racism being like way more acceptable. Like it's not as edgy or funny or as transgressive as it used to be, because again, it's all about this idea of creating these sort of acceptable blow-off valves for right-wing people to have. So that way you don't really talk about the real issue, which is Jewish power.
What is this? What do I keep getting super chatted?
You know, like it seems like it used to be that you'd get banned, right? Like anywhere that you said anything, even remotely anti-trans. But now, it's like,
thank you to Lily and Beardson for giving me background content while I'm feeling sick here. I think I hopefully threw up enough of the pre-workout. I just took way too much. I don't know. And creatine. And it made me throw up. Hopefully I threw up enough though. Hopefully that was it. Thank you for that.
Haven't they done that before though? Aren't there like trannies that are boxers?
Yeah,
and shit?
What are they talking about?
And I know there's lifters that are trannies.
Dude,
but
now I'm
wasn't
cold.
sure
Now
about
I
the
feel
actual-
Yeah, it's great,
horrible.
dude. They fucking dominate, dude. Those women just getting like
Who watches? Okay, dude, who watches? Female, what is it? UFC or whatever? Who wants to watch
love
that?
it.
Except
I
maybe
love
you.
it. I love what, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I buy all the UFC games and I just like.
I
load
just
up a
wanted
Wednesday. I
energy,
just
you
beat
know?
the fuck out of them for like an hour straight. It's like catharsis for me. I love it. It's great.
You're like those few people who watch the WNBA and keep them afloat. You're the only one keeping these girl fighters afloat. If it wasn't for your audience and you, they'd be cooked.
Yeah, it's awesome. They can't play ball. Like their fucking plays up all the time and just sit back and laugh. You know, nothing's funny.
Oh yeah. Well, it's basically just like an evening out after drinking. You're watching these black girls just kind of go to town on each other.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Usual day on the block.
Yeah.
It's just so cold.
Okay, I think that's
No
what I was
offense.
going to talk to you about, unless you have any concerns. I know we had a little misunderstanding not too while ago. That was from me being a retard. And I was like, oh, I'll just respond to this in the notifications bar. And then it was a whole firestorm I started. But yes, you are actually a very sweet guy. Beardson's a sweet guy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been getting a bad rap, obviously, for the past week or so.
I
But
know.
I'm acting in self-defense. I've been put in a self-defense situation, and I just had to fight my way out. So, no.
It is true. You bitches cannot be complaining because
Dude,
you're
I don't know
the
what you're
ones
doing
coming-
now. I
would
feel so
never,
sick.
Ever, if I was your worst enemy, text anything slightly negative under your post.
I just need
unless
content to
like,
steal.
Asking for it. If I wanted to feel like dying that day, I would.
feel
comment
like
something.
shit.
Yeah, it's honestly awesome because I'll have like women that'll like DM me and they're like, "I love your stuff, but I'm intimidated of you," and I'm like, "Good, keep it. Let's keep it that way. That's
Yeah.
awesome."
Let's keep a healthy fear
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Yeah, I'm not on here. Look, I'm not on here to get laid. I'm not on here to find a fucking Twitter girlfriend. Okay, I hate women. I'm a misogynist, and I want you to be
Yeah.
afraid of me. Okay, you're pussy holding no power here. Okay, I'm a fucking insect.
Bummer.
So
All the girls are bummed out. So you have a show, the Beardson Show,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, it's kind of been a little bit of a hiatus. I'm retooling some stuff. So
Okay.
now that I'm famous,
I feel like I'm
I
gonna
gotta
throw
step
up
my game
again.
up a little bit. So gonna go through a bit of a relaunch.
I know,
but,
right?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, is this your first interview since blowing up?
I did. No, yeah, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I stole the interview.
Yeah.
Ha, take that, Elijah.
Yeah.
I know Elijah was wanting to have you on.
Yeah, we've been talking to him, so maybe something with him pretty soon. I got a few other things.
Beardson's gonna
possibly
go
in
on
the works,
Elijah
but I don't know. They may
Schaefer.
find out that I hate
And with
Jewish people,
Myron.
so they may not let me on. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll see how that goes. But
Yeah, I know that's not very lucrative. Ever since I came out, it's basically a Nazi. It's kind of definitely hurt me. I'm not welcome at the RNC anymore.
They're
let's
just
say
admitting
that.
that they're Nazis and
tell me
hate
I'm- they keep
Jews.
telling me I'm a grifter, and I'm like, man, if I'm a grifter, I'm choosing the wrong way to go about things. You know?
Yes, I'm like, bitch. Could you please look at how much money I'm actually making? It's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna ask you.
Tyson
I have to
Hockley
ask you.
seething. Yeah, Tyson
You had
Hockley
this
just heard that.
meritoric rise to fame, or
Said,
whatever the word is. Are you Jewish, perhaps? Are you being boosted?
Yes, he is,
Inorganically?
dude.
I'll share the DNA. It's so funny because like a month ago, I made a joke and I went to like Google and I found like a 23% Jewish DNA thing and I posted it as like a joke. And it had these fucking.
No, don't do that.
It's been not. It's like this guy's fucking Jewish, and I was like, bro, I can share the real DNA. 100% Aryan right here. Scots Irish all the way. All right, so.
You can't joke. Okay, that's what I found on Twitter. You can't joke.
Where's the
People- I
Jimbo
think
shout out?
people
Yeah,
just,
I
like,
know.
want
This
to hear,
snake.
like a Lex Friedman sort of
Fucking
presentation
snake.
where there's absolutely no sarcasm, no jokes.
will not bring up White Power
caveats
Radio.
here and there. It's just it has to be.
Yeah, I did,
like,
Paul.
You have to be a robot because people are retarded.
Yeah, people don't have a sense of humor so at all, which is great
No.
for my business because I just troll the shit out of them and they fall for it every single time. It's like I'm just fishing
Yeah.
and they just take the bait every single
Scots,
time.
Irish, Aryan.
You're catching all these bluegills.
Same thing.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Whenever after AFPAC, I was with like a bunch of people, and we had this great
Is this
idea. The famous
Chadson
video of the
Shadley?
Israeli
Yep.
flag, and we were like, somebody came in, and I don't know why they had these flags, but he was like a streamer or something, and he had like Palestinian flags, he had little American flags, and he had little Jewish flags, and I was like, or I think, who was it that said, one of the people there, they were like, we should do a video and just like put
This
an Israeli
story
flag in the back and
sucks.
just see how people, like, see how long till people find it. And I was like, okay, that's a great idea. And we had like a 1776 hat too. And I like kind of put the flag right there and put the hat under it so it would look, you know, very casual. And then I filmed the video and whatever, and we had a good laugh. The other funny thing is because when I filmed the video, it was inverted. So the 1776 looked like Hebrew backwards.
Yeah.
And so now that's like, I mean, who was it? Sam Parker came out and he was like, yeah, I know the people that were there. That was a joke. But from now on, I learned my lesson. Don't joke. Don't troll people because it will forever be.
Yeah, but you gotta throw out more and drink tons of water.
You met at AFPAC, by the way, right?
I don't know.
Wait, did we really?
Dude, she doesn't even remember him. Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Typical
Oh
woman.
my gosh. She doesn't even
But then once you start
remember.
to blow up, it's like, oh, hi, Beardson. Maybe you need to...
Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Oh.
Holy shit, it's
This is why I'm a
Beardson.
fucking incel right here.
No, sorry. I honestly, I was like, I had a bunch going on, so I feel bad because I didn't remember a lot of the people I met. And they're like, holy shit, you don't remember me? And I'm like, dude, I was in a daze. Like, I had thousands of people coming after me. I had death threats.
She doesn't
I was
remember
like, I
him.
just lost my job. I was like actually freaking out. I just didn't show it. So I was kind of in, I'm going to say I was in a little bit of a daze.
It's
So
understandable.
I definitely would have remembered you if you'd been.
Yeah, I
famous.
know, exactly. Yeah, typical woman.
I was on so many
Sure.
drugs. I don't remember anything. Yeah, to be fair, I don't remember anything
All
from
right,
AFPAC.
buddy,
I
I'm
was
gonna
so.
get out of here. It's been
Hi.
45 minutes. I'm
She's
glad I
called
got
him
you on,
buddy.
though. This was
Oh,
fun.
Yeah, thanks for
no.
having me. It was a great time, surprisingly. I didn't think it would go great because you're a woman, but it turned out all right. So appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I grew up with a lot of boys, so I feel like I'm maybe a little bit watered down.
Yeah, you know, as long as you can roll with the punches, that's cool. That's the worst part is like women come into this space and then they want to cry, like, oh, you guys are being too mean or whatever. It's like, shut up, bitch, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
I will say, I took it like a fucking champ. I only crashed out just
Yeah,
a little bit on
listen,
the one
she
person,
takes
but
dick
I
like
will
the best
say,
of 'em.
I got attacked a lot, and I took it like a
Yeah.
champ.
No, you've been all right. So, you know, I'll give you your flowers for that.
She was too busy getting clapped by Jake
Okay,
Shields to
W.
remember
All right,
me.
Do you have anything you want to shout out to people?
No, not really. Just follow me on Twitter
Nothing?
or follow me on Kick, I guess. Follow me on Kick, Beardson Beardly on Kick, kick.com/Beardson Beardly. I'll be back sometime soon. I don't know. I'm taking a little bit of a vacation because I'm tired of looking at ugly women. So, but yeah, I'm pretty good. Shout out Nick Fuentes. Shout out America First.
Was that dig at her?
Shout out JimboZoomer. He's awesome.
What?
That's it.
Dude, I take it back. He's not
I
snakes
saw
and
him in
snakely.
the chat, he said something inappropriate.
That sounds about right. Yeah, he's trans, so you know.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
Never
Well,
mind.
he's detransitioning, so I'm just trying to, help bolster
Snakes
up
and
some moral
snakely.
support for him. Yeah, he was a guy, then went to a girl. He's going kind of
Snakes and snakely. This piece of shit. This fucking
Is he really?
asshole.
Okay, I'm gonna believe this is truth from now on. So if you're joking, R.I.P.
No, hey, we support our former gays. Like they're giving up their sinful lifestyle, and I think that's great. So
Me and Beardson made
All
OnlyFans
right, good for them.
content
Well, thanks Beardson for coming on, and
before we
I
were
hope
red
your show's
pilled.
blow the fuck up. You're gonna have to start working.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
No
It
more
was
vacation.
gay
I know,
content
yeah.
together.
I just my eyes burn every time I open up Twitter, so I just need a little bit of a break, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
So
But then we got red
All right,
pilled.
sounds good. Thanks, buddy.
thanks, bye.
Hell yeah, that was fun. Fun times, boys.
Read the chat,
All right, what
read
do
the
we got
chat.
here as far as the comments.
Read the
This is
chat.
from Jimbo, the detransitioner. Me and Beardson made OnlyFans content. Oh my god.
Before we were red pilled.
You should have told me that. I can't believe I
Before
just platformed a whore.
before we were red pilled.
All right, anyway, boys, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get out of here, and I will see you again on Friday.
But then we were red pilled. Me and Beardson have some OnlyFans sex tapes, but it's not a big deal.